Hello everyone! One of my favorite ways to animate a title overlay is to add a typewriter effect. It is super simple to do and it just elevates your video a little bit more and give it that personality. So if you're curious how I create a typewriter effect, just keep on watching. Okay, so to create a typewriter effect, I'm going to first open Procreate. And then I'm going to create a new canvas. The screen size I'm going to use is just the basic screen size, which is 2388 by 1668. So I'm going to hit that. And usually the first layer is a white canvas, and I'm going to unselect that to make it go away. Okay, and then next, with my canvas a lot smaller so I can see the border, I'm going to, and also with the first layer selected, I'm going to hit wrench, add text, and then this is where I'm going to select what the text I want. So for my current project, I'm going to use come to school with me. Okay, and then I'm going to just make sure I put it in the middle. Okay, once I like where that is, I'm going to hit it again. I'm going to select all of it, and I'm going to pick my favorite font, which is right now Baskerville, and I like it in bold italic. Let me try to make it just a little bit bigger. Okay, and then I'm also going to pick the color, which I've been really enjoying the yellow color right now, more like an eggshell. Okay, so move it just a little bit more until I'm happy. Okay, I'm happy with it. So now I'm going to start with the animation process. I'm going to first combine the two layers. So now instead of a text layer, it's just a layer. And I'm going to duplicate this layer. Okay, with my duplicated layer, I'm going to make my original layer invisible. And then I'm going to use the eraser tool to start erasing text backwards. So once I have that, I'm going to duplicate, make the original layer disappear, and then erase the new layer. And then I duplicate, and then kind of just keep going. Okay, so once I have my come to school with me, all 5 layers, I'm gonna make them all visible again, and then I'm going to put them in order. So when I hit the animation process, it's going to start with this and then going that way, unless you specify it. So what I always do is I move it down so it will start out in the way that I want and not backwards. So now it's in the right order, and then for this layer with a final complete sentence, I'm going to duplicate that a bunch of times because I want the final sentence to show up just a few seconds more so the viewers can see it. And then at the same time, I'm just gonna go add a blank layer before the first layer, so then the first sentence comes also as a typewriter style. So now with all my layers, making sure that they're all selected, I'm going to hit the wrench tool. Under canvas, I'm going to turn on animation assist, which will pop up this bar at the bottom, which helps you control how fast you want the animation to be if you want to add frames and things like that. So for settings, I'm going to pick my frames per second, and I usually like it best a little bit slower because I feel like when the animation is too fast, it's almost like a strobe light and it's a little bit a little too much. So I turn it down to a 4 or a 5. That's usually where I'm happy at. And then I will play to see what they will look like. Okay, once I'm happy with my final animation, I'm going to go to the wrench tool, hit share, and then under share layers, I'm gonna hit the last one, which is animated HEVC. It will give me another final preview of what the animation is gonna look like, and I make sure my transparent background is selected. And then I hit export. And I'm just going to save it into my iPad. So save video. So I'm going to turn on LumaFusion. And this is the video I'm currently working on, and this is where I want my animation to be. So the video will pop up in LumaFusion under Photos. Once you hit Photos, it will just be in the All Photos and Video tab, and it would usually just be the first one that pops up. So I'm going to grab it. I'm going to put it where I want it, which is usually somewhere over here. Okay, once I like that, and then I can move it to where I want. So right now I still feel like it's a little bit blending into the background, so I'm gonna move it just a little bit more down. And then maybe I want it just slightly bigger. There, so now it's kind of taking up the whole screen. Maybe I'll do it like that. So now let's see. Okay, so I like that. I think it might be a little too big. So I'm gonna just move it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to add a typewriter effect. So in LumaFusion, there's tons of free ones, but I currently am paying for the monthly subscription to get the story block. So if you have story block, you would hit that, and then you would select story block, and then this is where this is my cache media section. But if you go to story block, it has footages, music, sound effects, and you can go to sound effects to find typewriter sounds. So since I've already found one that I've been really liking, I'm going to use that, which is it's called keyboard fast typing. And then I just select maybe a 1 second clip because my animation is about 1 second. So I'm gonna move that down here. And now it's just going to line up. And then I'm gonna go hit play. That's pretty good, but I want the final sentence should just be a little bit longer. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut it right there. I'm gonna duplicate that, and I'm gonna like repeat it a bunch of times. Okay, so now it'll be, let's look at it again. Okay, I like that. So that's how you create a typewriter effect using Procreate. There is definitely a lot of other ways to do it, but this is my favorite currently. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.